Hello students, we completed the three elements of marketing mix. Let us have a quick revision of those three. First of all, elements of marketing mix means all the controllable varieties of the marketing portfolio. So some variables are uncontrollable, that is beyond any influence of an organization, like political changes, environmental changes or societal changes, while other variables are well within the control of a firm or organization, and those controllable variables are known as marketing mix. We studied product, price and place. Under the product, we studied product mix, branding, labeling, packaging, etc. In price, we studied various pricing policies and factors determining price. And then in place, we study types of channels, channel components, physical distribution, and how to select a channel, that is factors influencing the decision of selection of a physical distribution channel. Today we are starting with the last P of marketing mix, that is promotion mix. Remember, it has always to be spoken in the same sequence, that is product, price, place and promotion. All the P's of marketing are very important, but given a choice, you would have to place emphasis on product, because without product, all other three elements are really needless or meaningless. Now I am going to the promotion slide. So promotion is nothing but a mix or a combination of promotional tools, various ways of promotional measures used by an organization to achieve its communication objectives. So different tools can be advertising, personal selling, publicity or sales promotion. This is also known as promotion mix or elements of marketing communication. Remember, marketing mix is different, that comprise 4 P's of marketing, while promotion mix is different. This comprise advertising, personal selling, publicity and sales promotion. These tools are used for two purposes. First is to make your customers aware about, see the second line, about the availability, features, merits, etc. to the target customers, and second objective is to persuade them to buy. So whatever means of communication you are using, or whatever trick of trade you are using to persuade your buyers, is known as promotion mix. Such promotion tools that we have discussed are part of promotion mix, that is advertising, personal selling, sales promotion and publicity. We'll study each of them in depth in the further topics. For example, in respect of advertising, it is important to decide about the message and media to be used. Say you would be using the print media, that is newspaper, magazines, or you would be using telemedia, or you would be using social media even nowadays, to decide which form of communication tool would you be using. For that, you have to study all the tools in depth. Say before a firm decides what would be the most effective combination of elements to achieve the given objectives, we have to study the pros and cons of each medium. Let us see the first one, advertising. Advertising is the most common way, or all the tools of promoting a product is commonly referred to as advertising. But advertising is really different from other forms, that is personal selling, publicity and sales promotion. So in common parlance, we always use one word only, that is advertising. But now we would see what is the difference, or how these four elements are different from each other. So first element is advertising. It is the say impersonal form. It is not impossible form, it is impersonal form. Now what is impersonal form? I'll be explaining in the features. It is impersonal form of communication which is paid for by the marketers or sponsors to promote some goods or services. Yes, so enhancing customer satisfaction and confidence, expressiveness as well as economy. Expressiveness can be explained as that the special effects, the jingles, the animations, the graphics, the designs, all the features packed in advertisement would help as a forceful motivator for any person to buy that product. Many a times it happens, especially with the children's product, that they just by watching say a product into joy, they would start recalling that ad, or vice versa. From that ad only they would select that I whenever I'll go out with my mama or my papa, I'll be buying this product. So that is expressiveness, which would help your potential customer to be your actual customer. The last merit is economy. Advertising is a very economical mode of communication if large number of people are to be reached. Now see here, you may say that personal selling or publicity or public relations would involve face-to-face communication, while advertisement is such that is impersonal, and by giving one advertisement say in television or through hoardings or in newspaper, you are able to cover a large number of people that is least possible with the other medium, right? Other medium like, as I said, personal selling or publicity. So as a result, per unit cost of reach comes low. So you are giving your ad in a national one of the national televisions, right? So that would be viewed by say people of country all over. That would be viewed by many segments of the society coming from different classes and different regions, states, but the impact would be the same. Would it be possible if you are going for a direct personal selling? No, it is not possible. So here it is economical because per person or per customer cost of advertisement would be quite low. On the face of it, it may look a huge cost, say making advertisement into a television and placing it into a good time interval would cost you a big amount of money. But if you compare it with per customer or per head advertisement expenditure that you have incurred on your ad would be least than all the other forms. Now let us see the limitations. Less forceful, it's not fruitful, less forceful. Advertisement, as we know, is an impersonal form of communication. So it is less forceful than the personal selling because here you cannot pay direct attention to your customer. Say if you are giving your advertisement in a newspaper, there are customers who may not just read it, or if you are inserting a leaflet into the newspaper, it is not necessary that everyone would read that leaflet very carefully. Many of them would just discard it without giving a second look to it, right? So here it is less forceful. The same would happen with the television. If you do not like the ad, you may immediately change it. Sometimes you develop hatred for it, right? So that is less forceful. Second, lack of feedback. Yes, now in a television ad, the advertiser does not know the reaction or the accurate and immediate feedback of that mechanism because that is impersonal. As an advertiser, you do not know who is watching it. So there is no two-way communication here. It is only one-way communication, that is from the marketer or sponsor. So it is very difficult to evaluate your impact on your customers while it is possible in the other forms. The next is inflexibility. Yes, the advertising is less flexible as the message is standardized. It means one ad that you are creating would be same for all your types of customers. That might not suit to requirements of different customer groups, right? That is the reason why we debate on advertisings or types of advertisements, that some ads would be liked by a few while the others may not be. Other ads, the same ads, may not be liked by others, right? So here it is not possible to cater to or to change your style of delivering your content according to your customers, while that is possible in personal selling, because in personal selling you have direct face-to-face interaction, while in advertisement you do not know what your customers thinks about you, so you may not change the way you are sending your message to your customers. It is very inflexible, right? Because you are giving one standard advertisement that has to be watched by everyone. Yes, so undermining social values, but it's not the entirely correct point, because it depends on the buyer how to take the advertisement, and also if you are not satisfied, then you might have to change your preferences. The next is confuses the buyer. Of course, the advertisement would confuse the buyer because all the products would claim that that very product is the best one. Say in case of detergent or in case of toothpaste, in case of every consumer products. But at the same time, it would inform you about the different features and qualities of the product. So a rational human being would always take a decision taking certain factors like price, size, style, etc. in mind, right? So it's not actually about the confusion, it's actually about differentiating the product from the side of consumers. So yes, it would confuse a buyer, but at the same time it would make a buyer available with lot of information about the product. Next is encourages the sale of inferior products. Yes, the advertisement of each and every product would be made so excellently that it would be really difficult to identify which one is having a good quality and which one is having the worse. Right? So advertisements sell the products as if they are all good in quality and it all suits our requirement. No advertisement should, however, make the false claim about the quality. As we have recently said in the case of Fair and Lovely, it has to change its name. So advertisement have to be very sure that they do not sell the inferior quality products, otherwise broadcast agencies can be contacted by a consumer very easily, and if the claim of a consumer is found to be true, the advertiser and the sponsor can be in trouble. Next is some advertisements are bad in taste. Yes, here bad in taste means there is something which is not approved by some people. Say advertisement which may show children, which may show women dancing whenever it is not necessary, or showing the children in such a way that it's not in reality, it's not possible, right? Or some ethical problems, like some advertisement distorts the relationship like employer and employee. They are quite offensive. They may show parents in a different way. They may show a general relationship between a man and woman in a different way, right? So this is misuse of advertising tool, but it's always safeguarded by the law. As I said, that you can complain if you see that this advertisement is really unethical. So however, most of the criticism against advertisement are not entirely true, but yes, advertisement is considered as an important tool given all these problems, but there are ways also that to make a consumer aware about the products and services, we have to find out some different ways, but not so different that you can land into a hot soup. So these are the objections to advertisements. You may go through in depth from the litho note given. In my next video, I'll be explaining about personal selling, that is second element of promotion mix. Remember, we are at the last P of marketing, that is promotion. In that we studied the first element, that is advertising. Still we have personal selling, publicity and sales promotion to be studied.